Good morning, everyone. Welcome in this nice and cozy room that we are in. We're going to talk about Windows Virtual Desktop. So who of you have heard about the announcement earlier this week? Yeah, during the keynote, hopefully. We also have, by the way, in the expo hall, we brought pretty much all of our product management team, a lot of our developers. So even after this session, if you have more questions, make sure you come by. We're happy to help answer any questions. So my name is Peter Wickleven. I'm a senior product manager in the Windows for Commercial team, and I focus fully on virtualization. So specifically, this week, it's great news with Windows Virtual Desktop. So just to go through what it actually is. So for the first time, Microsoft is announcing a VDI and RDSH management service. So it's a complete finished service built on Azure for management of all your, let's say your previous RDS or what we talked about, RDMI in the past. It's now offered as a finished service. Another thing that we announced is the multi-user Windows 10 experience, which allows you, for the first time as well, to remote into Windows 10 with multiple users. As you might know, if you have Windows 10 running on your devices, and let's hope so, there is a limit of one user. So either you sit physically working at that computer, or you remote into it, but that's it, a hard limit of one. So previously, if you wanted to use session-based virtualization, you needed a server operating system, with some limitations that we'll talk about soon. Also, Office 365 and virtualized environments was always a bit challenging, specifically with caching, like Outlook. How do you make sure that Outlook caching works great in a non-persistent virtualized environment? Was always challenging. Same thing with OneDrive. OneDrive wasn't even supported. If you try to install it, it would just say, sorry, this is virtualized, good luck, I'm not going to do anything. So we're working together with the Office team to make sure this all works great, that you have a first-class experience even within a virtualized environment. And I'm going to show you later on what that looks like. Another benefit you get is if you virtualize Windows 7 into Azure, we'll provide you 3 years of extended security updates. As you are hopefully aware of, is that Windows 7 will go end of support in January 2020. Now, we got persistent feedback from customers saying, we would like to get some additional runway. We're well on the way in migrating our Windows 7 devices to Windows 10, but we need some more time. Now, Microsoft will offer a paid offering. So if you're using Windows 7 on-prem, you can also buy 3 years of extended security updates. But if you upload that to Azure, you use it as part of Windows Virtual Desktop, those updates will be free of charge. Now, you do pay for the CPU and the storage that you consume on Azure, but that's a separate topic. So the name is Windows Virtual Desktop, so does it mean you can only virtualize full desktops? No, you can also just remote apps, and I'll show you soon in a demo what that actually means. But you can do both. You can even mix and match if you want to. On my device that I'm using right here, my IT Appin, and I'll show you soon, has published a feed of all kinds of remote apps, Win32 applications or modern apps, but also a full desktop experience is offered. So you can do both. Since we're using Azure, for the first time we basically have an unmatched scalability. So you can just scale up and scale down. Let's say you acquire a new organization, you can just spin up new virtual machines with a few mouse clicks, or the other way around. If you want to reduce, you can also do that. It fully integrates with Microsoft 365. We're using Azure AD identities to authenticate into the service. So all of a sudden, things like conditional access, they just light up. You can use all of the suite. So how do you get the tires? How do you kick the tires? How do you get started? We've been investing in a few things. We can use REST APIs. We can use PowerShell. Right now, we have an Azure Marketplace entry where you can go in and deploy a Windows Virtual Desktop. And by the way, you can't do it right now. What we announced earlier this week is a public preview, and the public preview will start later this year. So in the next coming months, we'll open up. What you can do now, and I'll share the link soon, is register to be notified. So there's a link, and at the end of the presentation, I'll show you where you can go, you leave behind your details, email address, etc., and we'll send you an email when the public preview opens up. One other thing, like third party, I'll show you as well, because since we have REST APIs in PowerShell, you can build your own automation. If you want to kick off a deployment or maybe management where you want to change applications that are assigned to specific host pools or specific users, you can use all of those methods. So that also allows you to build your own UI if you want to. And we have a partner that we worked closely with who just did that. And I'll show you what it looks like. So first, let's go into the marketplace deployment. So that's just one way of kicking off the deployment, and that's what we will have soon. All right. So here we are looking at the Azure portal, and I'm sure this is all very familiar to you. What you can do soon, as soon as we open up the public preview, if you go to create a resource, and you search for Windows Virtual Desktop, you'll find this Windows Virtual Desktop. You can see it says onboarding stage now because it's only whitelisted in my tenant. And again, as soon as we open up for public preview, you will be able to find it as well. Once I open this, hit create, it soon should show me a wizard. And remember now, if you want to install RDS, you have to get physical servers, you have to install Windows Server on all of those, you have to install roles, you have to connect them to the internet, you have to domain join them. As a matter of fact, one of the domain join servers you have to expose to the internet, which not everyone likes. We're going to do the same that would normally take you days or potentially weeks in just 5 minutes or even less. So the first thing that you have to do is supply the admin's UPN. So I'll just type in admin@wvdcontoso.com. I'm going to create a host pool. I'll call it my first host pool. You can assign users or Azure AD groups. So I'll just say demo users. I can select my subscription because what will happen in the end is that this will kick off a process. It will reach out to my Azure subscription and build all the VMs that are required to RDP into on behalf of me. I can either create a resource group or select an existing one. New group. And then I'll hit OK. Here we can select what kind of image we would like to use, and I hope you can read it in the back. Well, what it says here is I can select a custom image, or I pick one from the gallery. So you can customize your own image, upload it into Azure, point it to the URI, and that will be used as the base image for your VMs. What I have selected right now is the Windows 10 Enterprise Multi-Session. So you can see here, I also can pick one from the gallery. And again, the multi-session one is the modified version of Windows that allows you to RDP with multiple users into it, which is brand new. We can select what kind of storage, whether it's HDD or SSD. I can select a workload type, the amount of users. And then I either have this wizard suggest what kind of VM I should be using, or I just pick any. So any VM or any size is available, even the ones with a dedicated GPU card. So if you have employees that use some kind of 3D intensive application, you just spin up a N-series SKU VM with a dedicated GPU card, and they can use a low-powered device and still use that 3D intense application, which I think is quite powerful and opens up a lot of new use cases. So I'll just stick to the default for now. Hit OK. And then I won't go through the whole process, but the last things that we need to do is just provide AD credentials. Once we've done that, I'm getting a summary, I hit OK, and that's it. So the whole management infrastructure is supplied as a service by Microsoft. This wizard will create the VMs that are needed inside of your own subscription, and from that point on, so maybe 20 minutes later, when this thing is finished, you'll have your whole environment set up. So compare that with what we had earlier, where it took days or weeks to even spin up the whole environment. That's just done in minutes now. So once you have everything deployed, how do you manage it? Because by default, we provision a full desktop experience for all of your users, but maybe you want to add specific apps or only remote apps and remove the full desktop privilege. You can use PowerShell, REST APIs, everything I just mentioned, or you build your own flow. So here, for example, we've worked with a partner that created a UI. So this is nothing final, this is just customized, that exactly allows you to do that. So once you've kicked off that initial wizard, then you can go here, and if the internet helps a bit, you should be able to see what kind of host pools we have defined. And here we could add applications, remove applications. So this should allow you to, for example, add the snipping tool or a specific Win32 application or Edge, any modern apps. You can all add them into this app group, and they will be available for your end users. So what about the user experience? Because we just touched upon Windows 10 being multi-session. Let's just see what that is like. So first, let's explain what we're looking at. So this is just my local device. It's a Surface laptop. I'm not sure if you can read this, but it says Windows 10 Enterprise in S mode. So for those of you who are unaware of what S mode means, I can only run Microsoft-signed Win32 code, or any Microsoft-signed code. So if I would download an executable from the web, Windows would say, sorry, we can't do this because we're in S mode. We only execute trusted code. So this could give some challenges because maybe I want to have a third-party application, but I can't install it because, again, it's running in S mode. So one way to solve is using Windows Virtual Desktop. And what happened here is that my IT admin has provisioned a feed or a list of all applications that are made available to me. So you can see here I got 7-zip, which would never install on my device because it's in S mode. But I can run it as a virtual app coming from Azure. So if I would start Excel, for example, oh, that one's already open. Let's pick another one. Let's see. Let's go for Word. So here Word launched, and it looks like it's just installed locally because it was pretty quick, right? But it's not. This is running in Azure, and we're just looking at the output, just the remoting technology of it. And it behaves and feels like any other app. You know, I can scroll it around, I can pin it to one side, I can maximize it. It's whatever you want. So as an end user, you don't even have to know that it's a remoted app. The only way to tell, let me zoom in for this a bit, is this little glyph over here. The round thing, that means that the application is remoted into my own machine. That's pretty much the only way to tell. So this is a remote app, but what if I want to offer a full desktop experience? So in this same list, and this is fully customizable, of course, I also have a session desktop. So instead of this being a remote app, it's now a full desktop experience. Now I've already opened it. And here, if I would hide this blue bar, it's almost impossible to know that we're not working locally. Let me show you that this is not my local device. If we go to Settings, System, go to About, and then scroll down a bit, here you can see, maybe I can zoom in here, by the way, yeah. So here you can see it says Windows 10 Enterprise for virtual desktops. So this is a multi-user version of Windows 10. So we can remote into this machine with multiple users. I'll show you soon what that looks like. So now, since it's not based on Windows Server, because historically we only could do virtualize or session-based virtualization on server with some drawbacks. There's no modern app, so there's no store, there's no Cortana, no Edge on Windows Server. Also, the application compatibility is different. Since applications tend to be written for a client operating system and not for server, since this is based on client, all of a sudden we have great app compat. So the end user experience is just a lot better. So here, for example, I have Edge. I also mentioned working together with the Office team to make sure we have a great experience. I can show you a preview of what that looks like. So if I just start Outlook, it feels and looks like I'm just using this locally. It's all very quick. And even in non-persistent environments, we can make sure that your cache and everything will be there. Same thing with OneDrive. So here I got my OneDrive configured. I have the Files on Demand feature, so I can right-click on a file and I say, always keep on this device. The cool thing is, since this runs in an Azure data center, and OneDrive for Business, the data is also in an Azure data center. So that means that just getting the file across is super quick. It might even be in the same data center. If not, it's always connected via very low latency, high bandwidth connections. So there's no waiting for your files to be downloaded. So the only way to tell that this is not a normal version of Windows 10 is either by looking at the edition or by going into the User tab. So here we can see that we have 3 persons or 3 people logged on. It's me, it's David, and Stefan. They're actually doing this demo from the expo floor. That's why they're logged on. And again, this is the real differentiator for this service. You can remote into it with multiple people. You only have to spin up one virtual machine, and you can theoretically have hundreds of people working on one, probably slightly bigger, but one virtual machine. So there's a big cost saving there. So what are our partners? That's one of the questions we get very often. We're working very closely with these partners, and it's growing and extending more. So Citrix, for example, has been working with us for about 1.5 years, making sure they have full support for Windows Virtual Desktop. So they can layer additional functionality inside of the virtual machine, for example, app masking or app layering. They can also make sure that they extend our management plane with additional functionality. So if you're a Citrix shop, it's good news. You can use Citrix and still benefit from, for example, the Windows 10 Multi-Session Edition. So we're playing nicely together. And we're extending this program on a daily basis. So let me quickly check which slide is next. Also good news is the licensing. So what kind of licensing do you require? In order to use Windows Virtual Desktop, you need either M365 E3 or E5, Windows E3 or E5, and we're working on getting it as part of M365 Business and F1 as well. So that means if you currently have Windows E3 license for your users, you can use Windows Virtual Desktop the moment we launch. The only thing you need is your Azure subscription, because these operating systems that you see over here, they will be deployed in your own Azure subscription, and they will push the meters for CPU and disk bandwidth, all of those things. You can also look into Azure reserved instances. If you commit to 1 or 3 years, you can get up to a 70% discount, which is quite interesting. So then what about the timelines? So this week we announced the public preview. I'll show you the link on the next slide, because if you register, you get a notification when it's available. You can kick the tires, and then early next calendar year, we're expecting to GA, and you can further roll out into production if you see a fit for your organization. So the takeaways, it's an Azure service for VDI and RDSA's management. We have unmatched scale. You can just deploy and scale in minutes. We have an optimized multi-session or an Office 365 optimized Windows 10 multi-user edition. Supports full desktops and remote apps. You can mix and match. You get 3 years of extended security updates for Windows 7, and it fully integrates with M365, for example, conditional access. And the preview starts later this year. Now, the link I promised you is over here, aka.ms, WVD preview. If you want to learn more level 300, 400, make sure you attend Clark's session today at 4 p.m., Windows Virtual Desktop Deep Dive. That's going to be an interesting one. He's going to explain you how we designed this service from the ground up with multi-tenancy, compliance, and security, all of those things in mind. So that's definitely a recommendation. And if all goes well, we should have a video to finish. Thank you.